Spears here. Listen, man, I want to comment on a moment that went viral, I guess, between Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James at the Laker game, which Stephen A. Smith addressed on First Take, I think this morning, where LeBron James approached him during the game, and you could tell by the facial expressions and the body language that LeBron James wasn't pleased, apparently, about what Stephen A. Smith was saying in regards to Bronny being in the NBA and his performance. And I got to tell you, this is why I have a problem with LeBron. One of the reasons why I have a problem, because LeBron is a hypocrite. And I kind of wish that Stephen A. hadn't backpedaled just because of LeBron confronting him. Because if you remember early in LeBron's career, and I mean early, there was a moment where in a game in Cleveland, I forget who they were playing, and LeBron James got into a skirmish with the opposing team with several players underneath the backboard, sitting courtside, near courtside. And his mother jumped into the mix and started, trying to curse the players out and take up for her son. And just to add some real context, one of the first things that Stephen A. Smith said was, LeBron didn't approach me as a basketball player. He approached me as a father, which I could understand. So now let me go back to my point. So when LeBron's mother did that, LeBron specifically yelled at his mother, "Sit your behind down." Because LeBron knew that, hey, I don't need you to save me. I know I'm your son and you're my mother and I'm your child, but I'm a professional basketball player playing a professional sport. And this comes with it. So I don't need my mommy to save me. Well, why is this any different? Stephen A. Smith is a professional commentator commentating on a professional sport. He's doing his job. But because now it's LeBron's son, he feels the need to come in and save his son the way his mother tried to save her son. You can't have it both ways. His son is a professional basketball player playing a professional sport. He don't need his daddy to jump in and save him. So the same way you told your mother, LeBron, sit your ass down, you know what, LeBron? You need to sit yours down. Stephen A. was doing his job. Nepotism is why your son is in the league. And that's what Stephen A. was pointing out. We know that your son don't deserve that spot, not over somebody who's more qualified, but it is what it is. Because daddy came to the rescue twice. Stop being a hypocrite, LeBron. You know what I mean? Sit your ass down. DM me for the link to the Spears and Stein.
Look, for everybody that looked at Aries Spears or listened to him and thought he was the voice of reason, bro, think again. This dude did a whole little skit where he played a sex offender. A fucking sex offender, bro. With Tiffany Haddish. He think we forgot about that shit, but bro, we got long memories. Nobody forgetting about that shit, fam. So when you talk about what you should do for your kid and what you shouldn't do, he's a hypocrite. Aries Spears, do you even have kids, my nigga? Because you did like 1 million interviews, my nigga. I never heard you talk about a kid once. We gonna start there, you know what I mean? Really, we started at the whole sex offender bit, you know what I mean? But we gonna start at the fact that you never talk about no kids, so you don't know how it feels or what it should feel like to stick up for your son or your daughter. Bro, you don't know what that feels like, you know what I mean? LeBron did exactly what he was supposed to do. Confront a person that's bullying his son online. You know what I mean? Yeah, bullying, bro. It's a difference between doing your job and bullying. Content creators, commentators, y'all need to all listen to this. Because if y'all want to be like rage baiters and don't expect it to be some shit to come behind that, you in the wrong profession, fam. This is why they telling you in 2025, being a content creator is more dangerous than being a fucking rapper. Yeah, you a trophy like a motherfucker because you make your living talking about people, bro. Commentating on people doing bad shit, good shit, whatever. Niggas don't want to be talked about, fam, especially when it's somebody's son. Now, when they say, oh, he wasn't bullying him, he was just doing his job, bro. The man said if his last name wasn't James, he'd be working at a Burger King. let's just be honest. Let's just be real, fam. Burger King, you couldn't even say that this man would be an accountant or a lawyer or something like that. You're saying Bronny James is a piece of shit. Now, I'm just being honest. I'm just being real here. Bronny James isn't that good. You know what I mean? Whether it's nepotism or not, he's there though. 3 points in college. He's averaged 3 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. You know what I mean? Don't really got the statistics to be there, but he's there, bro. Everybody in the NBA are not stars. Everybody don't get $100 million contracts, despite contrary to belief. You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody ain't no star. Most people are just role players. Now might be where Bronny James fits in. If y'all get y'all foot off his neck and let this man just play his game. You know what I mean? Let this man just play his game. You know what I mean? He's getting some minutes, you know what I mean? Just a couple, you know what I mean? But that may be all he needs. That may be all a team requires, bro. Like, leave it alone. It's just a little man living out his fucking dream. Who the fuck cares, bro? Because y'all didn't make it nowhere. Look, drop it in the comments, but if you had a father that was willing to put his neck on a line for you, how would that even be considered a problem? Yeah, Bron wasn't gonna hit him in the face. You know, he didn't come up to me as a basketball player. He came to me as a pissed off father. I was scared. I was shaking in my boots. Bro, it's just, he's 6'9". That's just a stereotype. He came at you to tell you a little something. He was walking off the court, bro. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Wasn't too much there. You know, it wasn't too much there. He seen a person that he never usually see, and he finally see him. That was just some real shit, bro. Y'all drop it in the comments, man. Squats from the playground, but Aries Spears is a fucking weirdo. The best thing he does is Vlad. I mean, he ain't been relevant since Mad TV. That's like 15, 20 years ago, fam. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Y'all drop it in the comments.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chili, gotta be about business.